Hello there, it's good to be with you. Two new stories for you. First one is about Ethiopian military chief Berhano Jula, top general. A surprising and interesting claim by Berhano Jula about the strength of armed factions operating in the Amhara and Oromia regions of Ethiopia. What did he say? Why is his claim interesting and surprising? Secondly, East Amhara Fano faction led by Mere Vodjo has captured some Ethiopian military soldiers. Two have been shown. Their interviews are being aired by some Amhara news sources. The two are being shown as if they are ENDF commanders. Who are they? What are they saying? Details for you in this video. Firstly, viewers, a very interesting claim by the military chief of Ethiopian forces, General Berhano Jula. If you remember, a few days ago, Berhano Jula said that the extremist forces had made the Amhara region paralyzed. Institutions were being paralyzed. That is what his statement was just a few days ago. Then he himself remained trapped near Koladibba when he was there in Amhara region near Gondar to attend a ceremony, military program of Western Command. People started a protest there. He was trapped and he was evacuated by air. And then we saw start of a military operation against Fano fighters in the Amhara region. And now what is Jula's assessment of Fano's strength, Fano's capabilities now? General Jula today claimed that armed groups, extremist groups operating in the Amhara and Oromia regions are not a threat to the country now. Things have changed. Action has been taken. Capabilities of these groups have been weakened. People supported Ethiopian National Defense Force. Youth should also support Ethiopian National Defense Force. These forces these groups don't know the capabilities of Ethiopian military. The military is sacrificing its lives, military soldiers sacrificing their lives for the people of Ethiopia. So these groups no more a threat. This is Jula's assessment, which he shared today, almost quote unquote. Very interesting observation or assessment by Jula. By the way, what did military achieve in the last 2 months in Amhara and Oromia regions? In Oromia, there has been no major offensive against OLA fighters in the last 2 months. Though some pro-government activists keep on claiming as if there is large-scale fighting in Oromia between OLA and government forces, but no, there is no large-scale confrontation there. So basically, military did nothing against OLA in the last 2 to 3 months in Oromia. So how is that OLA has been weakened and it is no more a threat? What happened in the last 3 months in Oromia? Nothing. And what about Amhara region? Is Fano weaker now than Fano factions were a few months ago? Compare August's Fano and January's Fano. Fano enhanced its capabilities tremendously. Fano was on the run last year. Fano commanders were fleeing their hometowns. They were trying to take refuge in neighboring countries. no organization, no recruitment. And what is happening today in Amhara? In Amhara, large territory is still under the control of Fano fighters. Main roads being cleared, again being blocked. Fano factions operating in different parts of the Amhara region, well connected, well coordinated. They are well equipped now, receiving supplies too, receiving donations from abroad too. They are getting some political support too. 3 MPs put in prisons for allegedly supporting Fano factions. People like Gadonder Gacho opposing military operation and state of emergency, and other politicians too. Isn't Fano stronger Fano today than it was last year, than it was a few months ago? Yes. Fano is a stronger force, bigger threat to the country's security forces if they believe that Fano poses a threat to them. Yes, Fano lost 6 cities. Gondar, Bahirda, Debre, Marcos, Debre, Birhan, Shorobid, Lali, Bala. Loss does not mean that Fano is finished. No. Anyone who is following the developments in the Amhara region knows pretty well that retreat from the 6 cities, it does not mean that Fano is finished. No. Fano factions regrouping, reorganizing themselves, adjusting to the reality that they cannot hold on to big town cities. They're adopting new methods, making it difficult for Amhara government, for ENDF to bring peace and stability to the Amhara region. Their public support. So how can we say that Fano is no more a threat to the country? It's not a national threat. Well, Jula is either underestimating Fano or he is deliberately misguiding people. He does not want to acknowledge the losses suffered by military in Amhara and the strength gained by Fano factions in the Amhara region. Jula should tell the facts to the people of Ethiopia. Those who are following the Amhara region, they know that Fano is in a better shape now than it was last year. And I said today in a video, if you remember, that if this conflict in Amhara goes on for a few months or a year, you will see that OLA will get stronger and bigger in Oromia, because ENDF is now totally focused on Amhara, giving OLA an opportunity to regroup, reorganize itself, to recruit more youths. You will see OLA turn into a bigger, stronger force. Remember my words, that is going to happen. And meanwhile, Fano, its capabilities largely intact. Jula, a military man, should be aware of the methodology, how to assess these groups and their strengths. Maybe he knows, I think he is an experienced general, but he just wants to prove that his military is very skilled, very modern, and in just a few weeks military cleared Amhara region and Oromia too. Nothing has been cleared, by the way. Jula's assessment is not impressive. Secondly, viewers, Kobo, North Wollo, where according to Fano commander, some ENDF soldiers and commanders have been arrested. They've been captured by the Kobo faction, East Amhara Fano faction, led by Mere Wadajo. Some Amharic news sources are airing interviews of captured ENDF members who are being shown as ENDF commanders. Their names were not mentioned today when their interviews were broadcast today by some Amhara news sources. They are from 49th Division of Ethiopian military. What did these ENDF members say? I generally say that statements of POWs are never reliable because they say what they are told to say by those under whose custody they are. But these POWs said that thousands of soldiers had been arrested by ENDF because the soldiers were not willing to fight against Fano fighters, and they said that Fano fighters were treating them well. Could be propaganda, but overall we can say that now ENDF members are being shown as prisoners, as interviews are being broadcast on Amharic news sources. This interview was broadcast today of the two ENDF soldiers on some news outlets, Amharic news outlets. Thank you for watching.
መከላከያ የገባው 2015 ነው 49ኛ ክፍለ ጦር 3ኛ ሻለቃ 2ኛ ሻምበል ነው 49ኛ ክፍለ ጦር 2ኛ ኮር 2ኛ ሬጂመንት ፋኖ አለ ተብለን ወደ ቆቦ ይዘውን መጡ